Hey guys, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and usually this would be a top 10 Tuesday, but since Christmas is coming around the corner here, I'm doing my 12 days of horror Christmas. So I'm doing a top 12 for you. These are all the different Christmas themed horror films that I went through my collection and put in a nice little order for you. I am missing two. I do not have Don't Open Till Christmas. Um, if I get that as a present, great. If not, I'm going to be picking that up as soon as possible. And I have rare exports coming in the mail. I don't know when that's supposed to come. It looked like it went out of print. You couldn't find it for like insane prices. And all of a sudden, it's now on Amazon for like 20 something bucks. So, kind of pissed at that, but I did pay a little less on eBay. So now I gotta wait for the guy to ship it. So, that's what sucks. But anyway, let's get on with the 12. The 12 days of horror Christmas. Number 12 is Silent Night, Deadly Night, The Toy Maker. Yes, I like The Toy Maker. It's cheesy, it's funny. The killer toys are good. I wish there was more killer toys in the movie. Mickey Rooney plays a great Geppetto. And it's funny because he hated Silent Night, Deadly Night, the first movie. Wrote a nasty letter, all that jitter jab there. And guess what? Now he's in part 5. Maybe he needed a paycheck. But anyway, Silent Night, Deadly Night 5 as number 12. Number 11 is Elves. This is a bootleg. Unfortunately, there is no official release of this movie. So you have to get it as a boot. Pretty much, I bet anything since I just bought the bootleg, they'll release it. So who knows? But Elves, yes, this is definitely a interesting Christmas horror film where the Nazis were working on experiments with elves. And this one girl whose family is pretty much a douche, and she ended up releasing this killer elf. It goes around on a killing spree. Yeah, pretty bad, but pretty good. I'm glad the mom got it. Sorry, a little spoiler there, because she was such a bitch. But Elves, great little 80s flick. Highly recommend it. Definitely pick up the bootleg if you can. If you want to wait, hopefully, maybe someday it will come out. All right, number 10. And that is To All a Good Night. It's a Christmas slasher. It takes place in a girl's boarding house. Looks like maybe in California or somewhere because there's no snow. But there's a prank gone wrong. A girl dies. A couple years later, they're having a party. They decide to stay at the home. Some boys fly in. Yes, they fly from an airplane down and they party with them. And someone's dressed up as Santa Claus going around killing everybody. Yeah, the slasher wasn't bad. I watched it for the first time a couple days ago. I liked it. The the propeller from the plane scene was pretty interesting. That was a cool kill. But the rest of the kills were okay. The lackluster could have been better, but again, for a Christmas horror, this wasn't bad. And that's my number 10. Number 9. And that is The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton. Yes, I kind of put this in my horror film. It's very twisted. Good kids horror flick. Come on, getting shrunken heads as Christmas presents. That was funny. Nightmare Town taking over Christmas pretty much. It was great. My wife keeps falling asleep to this film. I don't think she's seen it completely. It's funny. We'll watch it and then I look over and she's passed out. It's funny. Again, Nightmare Before Christmas is my number 9. It's a fun flick. Number 8. We're starting to get into the little corny ones. Santa's Sleigh with Bill Goldberg. This just makes me laugh. That's why it's at number 8. This is where Santa's lost a bet because he's an evil asshole. And he has to be good for a certain amount of years. So it's off. So now he can pretty much do whatever he wants. He can go on his murder spree. The dinner table family scene was insane. Holy crap. You got some cameos like with Chris Kattan in here and a bunch of others. And Santa just kills people left and right. Dropping Santa present bombs on people. Fun. And Bill Goldberg, come on, the wrestler. Yeah, Santa. Cheesy flick. If you can find Santa's sleigh, I recommend it. Number 7, and that is Jack Frost. Yep, the killer snowman flick. Killer name is Jack. He gets gets arrested, gets in a car accident with a chemical plant. His body gets fused with the chemicals to the snow, and it turns him into a giant mutant snowman. Now he vows revenge on the local town sheriff that put him away. Yeah. Great. I love this film. I could watch this one over and over again. Unfortunately, this one is out of print, so if you can find it cheap, highly recommend it. Definitely pick this movie up. Don't spend an insane amount of money on it. I think I found one on eBay. I got it for $16. Well worth it. Jack Frost. Stay away from the sequel. The sequel's pretty bad. All right, number 6. That is A Christmas Horror Story. Not to be confused with a holiday horror story from good old Walmart, because they changed the damn title. So I'm glad I picked up the Blu-ray. This anthology is awesome. It's actually kind of not like an anthology because all the stories are all wrapped together into one long story. The nativity scene one, the changeling, the Krampus story, and the Santa versus zombie elves, which that ending was awesome for that one story. I loved it. My wife loved it too. She just had that oh my god look face to it. Great. This was awesome done. I can't believe this was set up. William Shatner plays the DJ, and he's just telling things what's going on, but it keeps going back and forth between the 4 stories. The weakest story to me is the nativity one with the high schoolers trapped in the basement with the spirit. That one I think was kind of weak. The rest were good. That little kid was creepy for the changeling story. That was great. So A Christmas Horror Story, another one I highly recommend. Excuse me. Number 5 is Black Christmas, the original. Another slasher from the 80s. A bunch of course girls trapped in a fraternity home. You know, they're spending the holidays there, and of course the killer's going around taking them out one at a time. Awesome deal. They did a remake. The remake was okay in my book. I know some people dislike the remake, but the remake's not on my list, so you don't have to worry about that. But of course I had to put the original. Awesome movie. Number 4 is Christmas Evil. I didn't get the Blu-ray because I had the DVD, and that's the Synapse DVD. It's pretty much the same as the blue. Again, another guy going around dressed up as Santa Claus, taking out people. I always got this one confused with Don't Open Till Christmas for some reason when I was watching these back then. But I found out this was a different film. So now I gotta get that one. But this is a great slasher. Yeah, I can't say anything bad about this one. Yep. Oh, man. Number 3 is, of course, Gremlins. I definitely consider this a horror film. It does have its comedy aspects, but come on, these little monsters going around terrorizing the town, and they do kill a couple people. So, it does take place on Christmas. The Mogwai is given as a Christmas present. And of course, they don't abide by the rules. Yeah, Gremlins is an awesome flick. Love Gremlins. I heard that they're doing a part 3 now. It's not going to be a reboot, but more of a 3. That would be awesome. I'd love to see how they would do that. All right, number 2 is Saint Nick, put up by IFC Midnight. This one is a Norwegian? I think it is. Maybe. It's based on the Norwegian tale where Saint Nick is not necessarily called Santa Claus, but he's known as Saint Nick, going around putting presents in the good boys and girls and stealing the naughty ones. Well, this film, he rides a gigantic white horse as well. So this is based on their folklore. This staff that he uses, holy fuck, that's an awesome weapon that he has. Some cool decapitation, some good kills, great story. I definitely highly recommend Saint Nick. It's a great slasher film to have into your collection. It was a lot of fun, highly enjoyable. I was kind of shocked on how they did this film. The cop going after him was pretty cool. And of course, my number one is Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 1. Because you know, Part 2 is pretty much Part 1, but little bits of it in it. I think this was the first Killer Santa film that they put out. It caused so much uproar because Santa's supposed to be the sign of good and bringing cheer to boys and girls. So there's a guy going around dressed up in a Santa suit, killing everybody. And that's kind of like, ooh, don't want their kids watching that. Well, don't take your kid to see it, you dumbass. But it was a fun slasher. Like I said, spawned 4 sequels. And a loose-based remake. You can call it a remake if you want. But I really enjoyed Silent Night. Of course, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 is great. You know, Garbage Day. That funny-ass scene that you can watch over and over again. But Silent Night, Deadly Night is great. Favorite kill pie in this film is when he picks up the girl and impales her on the deer heads, on the deer antlers. And it could be the choke scene with the Christmas lights, but anyway. Silent Night, Deadly Night is my number one of my 12 days of horror Christmas. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Again, like I said, I don't open till Christmas and rare exports. I need a couple. I'm waiting for those. If there's any other Christmas horror, let me know what you think, guys. If there's any others I'm missing. All right. Leave some comments down below and let me know. Later, guys. Peace.